All right. So, if you want to go live, if you're a woman, you want to go live to talk about this Ciara's prayer thing and why it impacts you so much, feel free to go. We're going to go down the list. We'll start here. I'll bring in people one at a time. One at a time. Hello?
Hello?
How are you?
I'm doing great. And yourself?
I am okay. How old are you, by the way?
I'm 37.
All right. So, Ciara's prayer. Do you have children?
Yeah, I do. I have two.
Okay. So, are you unmarried?
I'm divorced.
All right. So, Ciara's prayer. Why did it resonate with you?
Well, I think I can't say, do I have to resonate with me? Because not everyone's prayer is not for everybody. Her prayer is her prayer. And for me, it could be something else.
Okay, but the topic tonight is a general subject. Are you familiar with the prayer?
I think I watched a couple videos of her talking about it, but
Okay, so why did you decide you want to get on tonight?
can you repeat that?
Why did you request to be on tonight? What was the? Because I'm talking about Ciara's prayer, and you don't have anything to say about that. So what is it?
I mean, I do have something to say about it. I'm happy for her that she find the man that she's dreamed of and wanted God to send to her. But I really don't think that it's for everyone. There are some women out there that's not on TV or famous that's living a better love life than Ciara. I do believe that some people have that for them and some other women just don't have it.
Okay.
I don't know what you want me to say. Like Ciara.
Well, I laid out an entire monologue of what Ciara was talking about and what men were talking about. And see, this is one of the things that really frustrates men. Y'all don't listen to us. Y'all don't listen to a damn thing we say. Y'all just want to get on and do what the fuck you want to do.
No, that's not true. It's
That's
just
what it
that,
seems like, man. Maybe that's what it seems like. I'm gonna tell you, when I talk about I have a topic, and you haven't read Ciara's prayer, you say it don't resonate. I'm like, all right, then why'd you click the live button if I say I want to speak to women about this subject? And this is what started my whole channel, the Average at Best video. I had a subject I was talking about. She called in the wrong day, wrong topic to get what she wanted. So now you're here. It's not Ciara's prayer, it's not for you. You got the stage. What do you want to tell everybody? Because I'm confused now.
I'm not saying Ciara's prayer is not for me. It could be for me too. But I'm just saying it's not for everybody. Like everyone that already.
Why does everything? Why do y'all say this? I'm curious. Excuse me. Why do you women do this? It's not for everybody. We have this all or none mentality. Why do y'all say it's not for everybody? So we know that. I mean, we're adults. We know not everything's for everybody. We know that. Why do y'all do that? That frustrates us as men. We don't care that it's not for everybody. It's a topic.
I understand what you mean, but I'm not trying to get you frustrated.
Why are you divorced?
It wasn't working out. We got together young, very young, and we were together for like 8 years.
Who filed for divorce?
I left him, and he filed for divorce.
He's the plaintiff, or you're the plaintiff? Which one's the plaintiff?
No, I'm not. He is, because after when I left him, he filed for divorce.
Okay. So you're 37 with 2 kids. Do you want to be remarried one day?
I do. If I find that person for me, I would want to get married. I mean, I'm a good woman.
Okay. Well, good has nothing to do with anything. When you say that person for you, what does that mean?
Like, I'm not saying my ex-husband wasn't a real man. We got together when we were like very young. He was
I get it, but you
22.
said the person for you, which implies that there is one person for you.
I just want me a man that's gonna come into my life and help make changes.
To what?
Like I want to see a change. Like I want to
Changes
see
in what?
just like my kids not having their father around. Sometimes that bothers me a little bit because I have a son and he's 14, and sometimes he wants to have certain conversation and I can't have those conversations with him, and I don't know how to go
How old
about
is your
it.
youngest child?
14. My daughter's 16.
So you want a man to come in that are going to come in and make changes with your children?
Most likely, because I don't want any changes within myself. I
Why
mean,
not?
there's always room
Why
for
not?
growth.
See, that makes no sense. Women will say they're 10s, and then when you ask a question, that means there's no room for improvement. Yes, you just said, I don't want to make any change. I don't want to make any changes with me, but there's room for growth. Who's leading you?
I think we both need each other.
Who's leading?
Leading, or no, I mean me. I'm leading myself.
All right, so do you make room for the possibility that, well, let me move this question. You want a man to come in to make changes with your teenage children. Your children are who they are, man. 14 and 16. Is that a husband's job to come in and make changes to another man's offspring? Think about what I'm saying. Is that a husband's job to come in and make changes to another man's offspring?
I don't think so, but I don't believe that he's coming to make changes because the father wasn't even around the whole time the kids were growing up.
I'm just asking what you say you want. You say you want to be married. And I said, why? You said, because I want to see some changes. I said, what? The first thing you said was with children. And I'm asking, is that the purpose of marriage? To come in and change something with another man's children? Is that what marriage is supposed to be for?
I don't think that's what they are for, but what I'm saying is that maybe the real reason is to find real love. Because when you find real love, it comes with a lot. You don't have to make changes. Everything happens naturally.
Where did you learn that?
Where? Just real life.
Who taught you that? Who taught you that?
Nobody taught me.
Hold on, man. I'm not trying to insult you. I'm just trying to understand. Where did this notion of marriage comes with real love changes things? Where does that come from? Who taught you that?
How does real love doesn't change anything?
No. So you don't answer a question with the question. I'm asking you why you learned that.
I mean, if you're talking about Ciara, don't she have a real man, a real
No, we're
love?
not talking about Ciara, man. I'm asking
that's
you.
what the subject is about.
No. See, you can't go back to something you weren't ready to talk about. I'm asking you. You said real love changes things, and I'm saying. First off, you said you wanted to be married and you wanted your husband to come in and change things with kids. And I asked, is that a role for a husband? You had to say, no, it's not. But then you went back and said, but real love changes things. And I'm saying, who taught you? Who taught you when you were a young girl or a young woman that marriage is about real love? Who taught you that? Was it your mother?
No one taught me anything about love growing up. Actually, I raised myself.
Okay. Marriage is not about love.
Isn't that what everybody's looking for? Real love in a marriage? I don't know what other reason why people are in a relationship. So if marriage is not about finding
What did your
love
mother
and
teach you? What
finding
did
your
your parents teach
soulmate.
you? What did your mother and father teach you the purpose of a marriage was?
Well, my mom never teach me anything.
Who raised you?
I grew up in Haiti. I left there when I was 14,
Okay.
and I lived with my father for about 2 years. And when I was 16, I was at my father's house, so nobody really teach me anything about men and women.
And that's one of the issues today with so many of our women, black women in particular. You don't get taught. You don't get taught right. You don't have time to be a little girl. You go directly from being an infant to damn near to a toddler to a babysitter to a woman. And then y'all are out here talking this stuff like you don't know what our purpose is. Men, outside of sex and protection and provision, you don't know who we are. So you're walking around with these ideas that came from where? You said you didn't get taught. So where these ideas come from, because this is how you're judging men on love and this and other kind of stuff. I mean,
I guess I have a lot to learn. I'm not sure what to say with that. If marriage is not based on love.
Marriage has never been about love first, because love comes after. Man, with 200 years ago in Haiti, did people date for 2 years before they got married?
Well, people in Haiti just
ago, listen to the question. Hundreds of years ago, did people date and fall in love before they got married?
Well, I'm not sure about that. I'm not 100 years old, so I don't know.
That's an unacceptable answer because you're almost 40. It doesn't require being 100 years old to know how it used to be. All it requires is a library card.
Well, I had a really...
You're going to be unresponsive like this. Because that's an unresponsive answer. You know what I'm trying to ask.
I do. I understand you.
Answer the question instead of giving me the smart ass answer. I'm not 100 years old.
I'm not trying to be a smart ass.
That is a smart answer. Okay.
I'm being real with you.
But ma'am, to say I'm not 100 years old does not help the conversation.
Okay, sorry. I didn't mean it that way.
And that's one of the issues between us as men as women. Y'all are really informal with us, and it's like y'all don't even know when y'all offending us, and y'all want us to be cognizant when we offend you guys.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from.
So I asked you 200 years ago, wherever, did people date and fall in love before they got married, or did they make an arrangement, got married, and then everything else came later?
Yeah, I think it started with the arrangement and dating.
So love has never been the baseline for a marriage. And what I'm doing here, folks, is because this is the nature of Ciara's prayer. It's all based in this fantasy of princess, Prince Charming, Mr. Right, divine intervention, God will send them to me. And then when we mortal men come along who are flawed, y'all end up leaving because ain't nobody taught you to stay with us. If you're not getting everything you want on Tuesday, y'all are gone by Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then you want somebody else to come along when your kids and their teenagers and change it. That's not our job. That's too much lifting for one man.
Yeah, I understand.
Hold on, let me bring another person. If you can stay in if you want to, I'm gonna bring somebody else in. Because I'm curious to why so many women today seem to have.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
So I got 2 kids. I was listening. I got 2 kids, right? And
Hold on. How old are you?
Are you talking?
I'm 28. I turned 28 in January.
Okay, go ahead.
So when it comes to Ciara prayer, I cut it off. I don't know why. It's not that I don't know what it's about, because I clearly see she came out of like a toxic relationship into a good one. But when it comes to Ciara prayer, that's just not what I want. Like, I don't want a Derek Wilson or whatever her husband name is.
How many kids do you have?
2.
How old is your oldest?
2 boys.
How old is
My
your
oldest 7.
And you're
And
28?
my youngest, yeah, so I had him when I was 20. And my youngest just turned 5.
Were you married when you had the children?
Uh-uh.
Different fathers?
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to be married in the future?
I do, because I never been married and I already got 2 kids. And then like I be meeting a lot of guys who deserve a good wife. So I just wish that I could have, been that. But yeah, so I guess that's why I'm not with Ciara Prayers.
But what is Ciara's prayers other than saying that she wants the next man to come along to be her husband? And she wants everything that God has for her.
To be honest, I didn't even know that because, like I said, I cut it off because I be feeling like people use it like in a way like they want a Derek Wilson. So I guess because I don't want that, yeah, Ciara husband, I'm like, I don't really want that because I kind of fucked up in the relationship. So I can't really say like it was the nigga how Ciara praying about it. So that's why I cut it off.
The nigga?
Future, yeah. Her ex-man, the kid of her father, yeah. So with my kid father.
Why do you want to be married? Outside of the fact you've not been married.
I want to be married because I like the marriage relationship now that I'm 28. I like how guys who want to be married think and act, because that's not how my kids' fathers think and act, and that's why we ain't get married.
Are you a wife?
Me? My son is crazy. Am I a wife? I am. You know what? To be honest, I'm not being honest with myself. I wasn't, but I am now. I wasn't, because when I had him, I didn't want to get married. I didn't.
So how long would you say you've been a? So how long would you say you've been a wife?
I've been a wife for like 4 years. I ain't gonna say 5, because I learned, how to move and why I need a husband. So I didn't know that. Well, I didn't know. Yeah, I wasn't with getting married. I didn't like it. No.
Do you want more kids?
I do. I want a daughter, but I really focus on like the marriage. I'm not focused on the kids right now.
I'm distracted with the fingernails.
I like my nails, so but like I'm saying, I'm not focused on the kids right now. I didn't have 2 kids so young. I'm on the little car right now. Hold on.
So,
but yeah, it was good to talk to you. I always request to talk to you, and I never get through.
So if you don't get married, are you going to be able to survive in this life?
Retire? Alone? I always ask myself that. So I was just talking to this guy, and we was talking for like 3 months. So in the 4th month, I was like, dang, if we don't like get out of this talking stage, I'm gonna have to go back to school and focus on my career and my retirement plan, because I just didn't.
What did you go to school for? What did you go to school for?
I went to school for cosmetology, but I want to go to school for law.
For law?
Law, yeah. I want to be an attorney. I want to be a judge, but I want to go to school for law. Yeah. Samuel. That's what I want to do now. I mean, I didn't already had kids. I didn't think I could do that. So I feel like I can go to.
Were you raised with your mother and father?
I was.
Was your mother and father married?
Mm-hmm. And I was so afraid to have this conversation because everybody admired my mom and dad marriage. And I did not want to have to get on here and say I didn't like it, and I didn't. And I didn't really know shit.
You didn't like what?
I didn't like my mom's role in the marriage.
What do you mean you didn't like her role?
Like, so my mom would like, so my mom and my dad worked, and I just seen like my mom do everything. So I think that's why. Okay, so let me tell you the story.
What do you mean everything? In the house?
So like she'll pick us up from school, she'll take us to our practices, she'll cook, she'll if we need it, if we're going through something, we go to our mom. So and my dad was right there. So and my dad is a good man.
Hold on. You mean the same thing you do right now with your kids by yourself?
Yeah, so it's I got it from
But the difference is your mama had somebody doing this stuff outside the house.
That's the only difference. Mm-hmm. So that's what I didn't realize because I didn't like it, and that's why I'm not married.
Did your mother raise you to be a wife?
No, she was like, this is how my mom raised me. She'll say like, "Fuck a nigga," and you don't need a nigga. You better do this, and you better. She just would like, and I don't think she meant it like that. I think she was just pumping me up to be independent, not saying not get married because she was clearly married, but she just wanted me to be independent and strong. And because I didn't like her role in the marriage, I chose to be single.
Guys, I'm gonna tell you, sometimes I don't like being right because I see so many mothers sabotage their daughters. Y'all don't learn what men are there for. Y'all mess around and have babies. And the fact of the matter,
but I wasn't her friend, so she didn't have to express to me.
I'll let you talk. Please don't. I'll let you speak.
Go ahead.
But the fact of the matter is, at 28, ma'am, would you say you take life seriously?
I do now, yeah. Like, I didn't at first. I mean, because I was living off of my family, I didn't really have to get out there and be serious about stuff.
You have a job right now?
Well, I'm a hairstylist, so I got a client coming tomorrow. That's just how I live. I don't work. I want to go to school for law, and that's just what I'm gonna do. That, but that's not
from law to be a judge. You're a hairstylist. You want to get married. You want a daughter.
I'm an entrepreneur. So let's get on that.
You don't overtalk me. That's one thing we can't do. See, this is what I'm saying. This is Ciara's prayer. I want. What does a man get with you as a wife?
What did he get with me? I'm gonna go to hell and back with my husband.
That's nice. What else?
I mean, that's real. That's
okay, but
really what you
thank
want.
you, but what does he get? Run down the resume. What does he get?
Okay, he get catered to, and I'm gonna be the ear. I don't know, like I'm gonna be his wife. Whatever you ask your wife to do, ain't she supposed to be like, all right, hubby?
So in other words, he has to ask you to do your job. You don't come already ready to do it.
No, I'm already automatic, but I'm just saying.
So I asked you about 10 minutes ago, are you a wife? And I'm asking you what makes you a wife. You said you've been a wife for about 4 or 5 years, and now all you heard is, I cater to you and I do whatever you ask. That's a very thin job description or resume.
Well, it depends on who I'm marrying.
No, I mean your husband. I don't know. Your husband, I don't care what his name is. What does he get?
He get a lifetime partner.
You see, ma'am, Miss Haiti, this is what I mean. Women were taught to ask for everything for a man and want to do everything. But when asking what does a man get, I ask you if you're serious, you're a wife, you're like, yeah, I am. But it's like, you're not. You don't take us seriously. It's just like, we're just supposed to be there. And there's like a man in y'all's life that's just like this thing.
I mean, if I'm not a wife, I'm glad to hear that from a man's perspective because, like I said, didn't nobody raise me to be a wife. So if you telling me this, I'm really about to go back to school because I'm just not a wife. And I want to try to be.
Man, did you have your undergraduate degree?
I don't. But when I start trying to figure it out,
I'm just asking, how many years of college did you complete?
So I haven't completed college. I went to school and then the pandemic started.
Of college.
Yeah, I have, and I got a 4.0. I got an S. Yeah. So that just make me want to go back to school.
How many semesters of college have you completed?
1 semester.
How many hours?
Well, I went to 2 colleges, but as far as hours, my attendance was a little off. So
in other words, you have nothing. So you have nothing. You'd be starting out, man. You know
yeah, how long it takes I will be starting off with nothing.
How long do you think it takes to become a judge?
Like 10 years. By the time I'm 40, I should be a judge. Am I wrong, 15?
No, but I'm asking, and no disrespect, but does that seem like it's really possible at this point?
Hell
You're
yeah,
28
it
years
does.
old, you're a hairstylist. This conversation has been very chaotic. And to go to school, to get an undergraduate, then you got to go to law school, then you got to go past the bar, then you have to practice and become a sitting judge. It's just words.
I mean, but I done seen girls go to school to be lawyers, and they did it. And these is not the smartest chicks,
Yeah,
but
man.
they not the smartest chicks.
Okay, man.
So I want to try.
Stop, try. But what percentage chance do you think you'll have a complete year? If you gave yourself out of 100%, what percentage chance do you think you're going to become a judge?
75. I like how you did that too, because I'm dead ass serious. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna say a 65, but I'm confident that I'm gonna be a judge.
Why not turn around people? Why not turn around people? Because the people can rise no higher than the moral position of its women. And sorry, so many of our women are just not serious people.
So it should be
You're the mothers. You're the mothers of the next generation, and you already got kids. And ma'am, there ain't a 65% chance that I would become a judge.
Why not? You judging me right now, and you doing a good job. So I don't understand why you don't believe
Jesus
that.
Christ, the fact that you don't understand the difference.
Okay, I do.
Because this is
understand
one
what you
thing
mean. We gotta
so
go
many
to
of our
school,
women
it's
do.
a process.
One thing so many of our women do have is start telling the truth. You got a bunch of goddamn ego and pride. If you had as much femininity and agreeableness as you do ego and pride, you would be a hell of a lot further along with men. It's not a good chance that people just become judges. This stuff is hard. Becoming a judge is like becoming a surgeon. It's not easy.
I just met a surgeon that's 26,
Oh,
so
Jesus,
I'm motivated.
Christ. This is why when I talk about this dangerous mind stuff, telling women they can do whatever they want, however they want.
I have a dangerous mind. But I do have a dangerous mind. I always have. So wish me the best.
I get it. But you have boys, right?
I do. Yeah.
What does their dad do?
So their dads are both of their dads are incarcerated.
Oh, Jesus. Well, I guess it'd be good for you to be a judge. You can get them out. Hey, how you doing, bro?
Good. How are you?
I'm trying to have I'm really trying to have a conversation about this Ciara's prayer thing. How are you? How old are you?
38.
What do you got for me? Let's see if we can get this back on kind of track.
Sure. So you're just asking what?
Yeah, because do you have any children?
I don't.
Do you resonate with Ciara's prayer? Does that do anything for you?
Not necessarily, but I mean, I do think that if you want something, that you do have to manifest in some kind of a way.
Okay.
So
What is it?
I resonate with it in saying, what you ask for and what you believe. If you truly do believe it and think it and surround yourself around those things, then it can happen. So that resonates with me in that manner. It doesn't necessarily have to be a man per se, but career, and anything else that you really want for your life, that you really have to be serious about it, and you can get it if that's what you want.
Who's Nay and who's Goddess?
That's me. Say that again.
Are you Nay?
I'm Nay.
All right. Hey, take it easy, Nay. All right. Yes, manifest.
Yes.
At 38 years old, what does manifest mean to you?
So for me, and what it's meant in my life is that if there's something I want to do or be around, I only surround myself around that. So before I bought my house, for example, that's not all I talked about, but I wanted to be around other people that were homeowners and kind of said it before it was already mine. That's what manifest means. So it means that it may not be yours yet, but that you say it and that you believe it and that you continuously surround yourself around those things. And
then what else?
And then you just keep chugging until you get there. And then when you get there, you get the next what's on the list.
That's immersion, ma'am. Immersion. Putting yourself around the concept. But where's the work?
Well, the work is the thought process. That's where it first starts.
No, it's not.
No, where's
no,
the
it's
thought?
not. No, it's not.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, where is the work?
Well, if I manifested you into a gym and dropped your 400-pound woman into a gym and put you around all that stuff, would you just
No,
get in shape?
that's a good point. No, that's a good point.
I'm wondering why so many of you women just believe that all you have to do is believe, wish upon a cloud.
Yeah.
You have a good point.
Do you want to be married one day?
Maybe, possibly.
See, Dave, what's the maybe?
Well, the maybe is it has to be with the right person. I've grown up around. What does that mean? That means a ton of different things. My parents have been married for 40 plus. I've been surrounded by that. But
Okay, but it has to be the right person. What does that mean?
That means the right person for me, the right person that has the right mindset, the right person who's just not getting married to get married, who believes in marriage, who wants some of the similar things that I want. That's what the right person is for me.
Do you have the TV or something playing in the background? Because the audio is kind of going out.
No, I'm in my office actually, still working. So no.
Okay, so the right person.
Yeah.
Your parents have been married for 40 years.
40 plus, correct.
When you ask your mother, how did you know dad was the right person for you before you got married? What did she say?
You want me to give the honest, her honest? Because I have asked her that. But in their day, what she did say to me was, it wasn't necessarily all about being fully in love. You know, if someone came.
It's not in their day, ma'am. That's how it is.
Okay, well.
It's not in their day. Human beings have had tens of thousands of years of doing that. Mm-hmm. This magical manifestation, right man bullshit is you women dying alone. That's since the 60s. Okay. We were married at a rate of 80+% prior to 1965. Now we got all these magical manifesting spinsters talking about the right man. Just like I asked you, Miss Haiti, you thought I was being funny, but hundreds of years ago, did you get to know all this stuff up front? But no, this is liberalism, college education, and the feminization of Black women. That's where y'all learn this stuff, the college campus.
Yeah.
And the very white women that taught y'all this went back home to their husbands. Read the books of Birdie. Read what happened when Cosmopolitan, the Playboy for women, to sell women birth control, sanitary products, and a bullshit lifestyle. The right person, because I'm going to ask you, are you the right person for the man that you're looking for?
So that's a great question. I don't know.
So
I think I am, but I mean, I can think that I am, right?
So there's only one right person?
Well, is there?
I'm asking you. You don't want to believe it. I'm just challenging you.
I didn't say one right person.
I'm asking. How many right persons?
I don't know.
The right person. The
right person.
You said
so
the
I don't know.
Plus one. You didn't say a right person. The right person. That's what you said.
Okay, so let me rephrase that then. A right person. Let me rephrase that.
How many right people are there?
I can't answer that.
Man, hold on. Let's be business people. Let's be business people. You can't make a business. If marriage is a business decision, you can't make a business decision with such lack of probabilities.
Yeah, that's true.
So if your parents were married for 40 plus years and you're surrounded by marriage, how did you end up not getting married?
It's a personal choice.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I want to ask a question. If marriage is based on business, why do we have to get married? It's just business.
Well, the first business is family. At 65 years old, when you can no longer work and you can no longer earn substantial money, who's going to take care of you if you're alone?
Why can't you take care of yourself, though?
You've been a middle class earner your entire life. You have no network, no family.
I understand.
What if you've made just out of
hold on. That's why, because no country in the West is set up for single elderly individuals. So if you want to be single, you better earn twice, at least what a spouse is making, and invest wisely throughout your lifetime to possibly have a shot at it.
I was gonna say, I think you should do that regardless of whether there's a spouse or not a spouse. That's just my opinion. I think you should
but it's
plan
black
accordingly.
women. What percentage of black women earn more than $50,000?
I don't know the numbers. I just know I do, but I don't know the numbers. I don't know the numbers of percentages, but I know that there are.
What
even
city do
more of
you live in?
What state? Massachusetts.
Around the
I'm
Boston
in
area?
Georgia.
Not in the Boston area, but not too far from the Boston area.
All right, so the cost of living is higher around there.
It definitely is. That's correct.
All right, so the reason for marriage, because it is business. Family has always been business. Family, whether it's the way. First off, children are the resource. You need the nuclear building blocks to build a community, and that's the thing. And where in the world do single individual women thrive? They don't. Women tend to take resources from the system. So the way you give back.
May I ask how do women take resources away from the system? I mean,
because women earn less money by choice.
Oh, so you're saying the women that do earn less money and that don't continue
women
to
do earn less money by choice.
Yeah,
women
so the women, okay, the women that are doing it by choice, okay.
Yeah, women in the West, they're donor states and contributor states. California, New York versus Arkansas, Mississippi. Who donates more to the union? California, New York, Mississippi, or Arkansas? California, New York pay more taxes in, donate more. Mississippi and Arkansas take more. Women earn less money by choice.
Okay.
So they take more resources from the system. Look at the homeless population. How many women's shelters do we have? How many shelters do we have for women in domestic violence? 2,000+ for women. We got 1 for men. Women take. So the way you end up, society deals with that is women should be getting married. But if you want to be a florist or a pet groomer or whatever, cool. But then when you're 65 years old and you're turned out and you have no more money, the little bit of money you paid into Social Security, you don't have any resources, what happens to you if you're a man? You end up where?
Yeah.
Where? What happens to men? Yes. And what's starting to happen to women?
Yeah.
Homeless. So at 38, you make money. But I got a question for women like you. I always had a question. What is life about?
That's a good question.
I thought you were asking me. Are you asking me?
I am.
So when you say what is life about, you mean what is it about for me? Still about family. For me, I don't have my own children, but it's absolutely about family. It's about enjoying my life. And for me, that means I work hard, but I also play harder. So that means I can travel, enjoy time. Again, like I said, with family and friends, it's just about really getting the best out of the days that I'm here, right? And I'm afforded. So generally speaking, it's trying to live my best life as far as what I think that means. And that means spending time with family, cousins, aunts, uncles, etc.
So would you make room for the fact that you're taking from your family? Let me give you an example. Because you have money, but you come to take the relationships your cousins and everybody else had you make. You benefit from those. You're not bringing your family. You're bringing you. Christmas time.
But you know what? But they're
I need you to let you speak.
Gotcha.
When family, you don't have one. You're an individual. Life is about people. And as a woman, female, you are taking. So this is what's going on today. When a single man and his friends get married, you know what happens to him? He gets pushed away because his friends are like, love you, partner, but I got my family to run.
Very true.
Women don't do that. They allow their single friends to leech off of their families. So now where you start to see women say, I don't let my single friends come around. And what do you fall back on? You fall back on family. Where is your component? Where is your building block to the DNA of your family?
It's in giving back and being there for
It's in
my
money.
nieces.
It's in money.
It's in not just money, no. It's in the time.
But you're by
Money
your,
is
but you're
not-
not. But the lineage, our responsibility to family is making sure the bloodline moves on.
But the
It ends with you.
bloodline moves
It ends
on.
with you.
Yes and no. And I'm saying that because the bloodline can still continue, and it's going to continue if you have people like myself, right, who are fully integrated in the family and being and
You're taking
helping
other people's
the
relationship.
family, not
You're
just
taking,
monetary.
okay, ma'am, I get what you're saying. I get what you're
Okay.
saying. But until you have your own husband and your kids, you're still taking from the family.
But
You may
how
be
am I
good-
taking? But I guess my
because-
question is,
okay,
how am I
because-
taking from the family?
Okay, how are you taking? How
Yes.
are you taking? You show up to a family gathering solo.
Okay.
Listen. If everybody showed up to the family gathering solo, where would the cousins be? If all the women showed up solo, where would the family be? A bunch of women. There would be no family.
It wouldn't be
Just
that
a
bad.
bunch of women. Just a bunch of women. Just like it is here in Atlanta when you go out. Nothing but women and kids. And you got one professional girl, one professional woman who works her ass off. And she's successful in her professional life, but she fucking sucks in her personal life. And she's leeching off of the family. And they love her, but they get tired of her. And the husbands don't like her because there's a reason she's single. There's a reason, ooh, I like your cousin, but it's like, hey girl, if you want to go somewhere, you got to go with your married friends, your married family, or you ain't with your single. And that's cool. We don't have balance in the Black community. Black women in particular are overcommitted to these jobs. Black women have overcommitted to these jobs and these so-called finances. And the most important thing, family. We don't have it to where now women are parasiting other people's families.
What if you don't have family at all?
You make one.
Yeah, I do.
If you don't have family, you don't have family at all. You get married and you make one. That's the one thing we can do. We can get married and keep making them. See, it's easier to get money. It's easier to get money than family.
Yeah.
That's what the Hispanics are coming here into this country. They have replaced us as a minority because they came over here and they stuck to the family. That's why the Black side of town is not the Hispanic side of town, because we got so many of our women who are so worried about this goddamn job and travel and all this other shit. You traveling by yourself.
Not me though. That's not completely true. I'm
Okay.
traveling.
Ma'am, due respect, if it's not you, eat the meat, spit out the bones. I've done this too long and I see too much.
All right, so you're saying generally speaking. Gotcha.
Yeah, what's your, okay. I asked you, do you want to be married? And we come back. Why were you here is I asked you, do you want to be married? You said maybe. And then you gave me some things about the right man.
I mean, it's that's my opinion, right? Everybody has an opinion.
Well, it's the right man, but then I say, what did your mama tell you? And your mama told you that's not how it works.
That's not what my mom taught me. My mom taught me, my parents, not just my mom and dad raised me to be independent and to be who I
You
am
have any
with or
siblings?
without someone.
You have any siblings?
That's how
Siblings?
I have
Siblings? Siblings?
siblings.
Siblings?
3
Are they married or single?
married,
Mm-hmm.
except for
Are you
one.
the first in the birth order?
No, I'm in the middle.
Well, you're the rebel. And this is one of the part of the problem. So many of our women have rebelled. This is why they're resorting to Ciara's prayer. Because when you rebel from the family, you gotta pray for manifestation and divinity because you're living out of alignment. So I can come at it either way. You can have everything. How come your non-Black counterparts can have everything that you have plus family?
I don't know.
A good
Well, it ain't,
question.
it ain't the problem with the money or the job, then is it? It's a problem with the woman. That's what it comes
Your
down
opinion.
to. It's not my
All
opinion.
right.
It's not
It's,
okay. If it's then what other reason?
I don't know. That's a good question.
No, the answer is the problem is the woman because it's not the education, it's not the money. The next lowest married group of women is 54% white women. So it's not education. Y'all have less degrees than white women. Women have, look, this channel is about the facts. And my point is, you can have everything you have, but my question is, you said the right man. And that, to most men, is a cop-out. To most men, that's a cop-out. Because if I put you in a room with 100 right men, would they pick you to be their wife?
Mm-hmm. Would they? That's the question. Would they?
Yeah.
I guess
Are you
she'll
a
make
wife?
him the right one.
Are you a wife?
I don't know. I mean, am I a wife? No, I'm not a wife right now. Are you saying?
Wife ready? Are you wife ready?
Yeah.
I don't know. How do
Do
you
you
know?
want a partner? If you got married, would you want a partner or would you want a husband?
I think I'd want both, a partner and a husband.
You can't make this shit up.
This is
That's why that's college. What feminism did to the black community, the slave masters couldn't do.
Don't say that.
I don't have to say it. History does. The slave masters, chattel slavery couldn't break the black family like feminism and college degrees did. You want partners, but where do you get two CEOs or two presidents? Where do you get that don't happen nowhere in life? There's one leader. You're a valued counsel, but you were second. The funny thing is, women were popping the same shit in the Ukraine, and the war broke out. Then all of a sudden, where are all the women who wanted to be partners? They got their fucking ass out of that country, didn't they? Left the men to fight.
It's true.
And the problem is, y'all are on the front line fighting because you're strong and can travel and this and that, and y'all are unprotected. And you're always complaining, you're so unprotected. You're unprotected because you cannot work under us. You don't trust us to lead you. But you'll go spend your money in that institution to get that degree. You'll go spend money over here. You'll trust the job, but you don't trust the one thing that's always been your protection, your man. Yeah. Every other race of women, when the chips are down, lines up with their man. Black women, you get away from. And until we start having these conversations about the right man, the right man is the one that looks like you with a nose as big as yours, the one that tells you to sit your ass down. We ain't partners. You belong to me. The kids belong to you. I belong to God. We report up. Get in line or get the fuck out. Every other race of women seems to understand that. Go ahead.
So are you saying that we're supposed to listen to our man, even though there's cheating going on and there's a lot of misled going on? The person
Bullshit. Women and men cheated roughly the same rates. I have documented this thousands of times. I just did it Friday. Roughly the same rates. Google it yourself. In the black community, black men cheated at 28% rate. Black women cheated at 24% rate. But yet you ask about relationships, and women often cite infidelity and abuse. When we have the documentation that black men are the most abused in domestic relationships at the rate of 2 to 1. So who's actually whooping whose ass? That show is tomorrow, by the way.
You're making me laugh, but that's not.
I'm not trying to make you laugh because y'all believe this. This Christian feminism with a dash of color purple is what fucked up the black community. Y'all are all running from this mysterious mister in your head that's whooping y'all's ass and fucking your sister. That just ain't how it goes.
Wow.
75% divorce rate in the black community. Who's filing divorce? 8 out of 10 divorce actions are filed by women in our community. 28% to 24%, the adultery rates. And that's including boomers. When you get boomers and Generation X, and you get these wild ass millennials and zennials, that shit goes off the radar because women out here having sex at exponentially higher rates than men. but yet your biggest issue is fear. Listen to how so many of our women talk about relationships in terms of fear. What's he gonna cheat? What if he cheats me? What if he beats my ass? What if he do this? What if he do that? What if he do that? They don't have to do nothing. Child slavery didn't need to do this. All we have to do is give you feminism in a textbook.
Yeah.
And make you afraid of your own man to where you're afraid of who's supposed to be your protection.
Yes.
So then who do you go to get to protect you? Ooh, let's see, the university, your job, and you feel safe because you got currency. Any black men on their currency? No. We're not your enemy. And until black women start understanding that you were not taught by your mothers how to work with us. Let's have a real conversation. When you were a little girl and you start blossoming, what were you told about boys? Boys, you better be careful. They want something from you.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, boys went from being your cousins and your brothers to being something you gotta fear. You don't see your future husband and your future partner. You see something that's going to hurt you. So you can't outmuscle us, so how y'all start treating us in an emotionally abusive way. Then you learn that you need men, so it's like we're either something to be feared or we're utilities. So this is why this whole Ciara's prayer thing comes up, because men are like, we ain't done nothing to y'all for y'all to be praying for. Just stop having sex and making babies with the men who shouldn't be fathers in the first place.
That's true. It's true.
So what I'm saying is there are feminists who are married. But then you got Stacey Abrams and all these other black women delivered the Democratic vote for Joe Biden. What do we got out of all this?
Yeah.
When y'all start realizing that y'all are the ones being used, not us, and the answer is we all we got. It's
That's
not
true.
Ciara's prayer. Y'all need to pray with us. Don't be praying, God make your next, God make me worthy of a husband.
Yeah.
Instead of give me everything I want. Hold on, let me do this real quick. All right, let me bring a few more people in. This has been good.
Yes.
Thank you.
Let me
Thank
bring
you,
a couple
Karen.
more folks in. Thank you. If y'all want to stay, you can stay. If not,
Okay.
I'm going to try to bring some more people in because I wanted to bring a couple of guys in, but I'm not. Hello, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
She got the blue cup going. How old are you?
35.
All right, what do you got for me? We're having a pretty good conversation. Are you single or are you married?
I'm married.
Ooh.
I'm married. I have 2 girls. My husband, when I married my husband, he had a son, so he's 14. And that's our situation.
How long
And I
have you
would say he is a high value man. So that's a reason why I joined today, because I feel like it's really important for women to hear it from a female.
hear what?
I do have like some relation to Ciara's prayer. That's obviously something I prayed for. I got it. But like you were saying, like faith without work is dead. Like women want to pray for things and they want these certain things, but they don't want to put in the work to get it. And I really get confused sometimes when I see like in my mind I thinking like, what makes this person think they deserve these things that they're asking for? And it seems like a lot of people are out of touch with reality.
Well, I'll give you an example. Black men are low value to black women. They wouldn't pray for an MBA. They wouldn't pray for a bachelor's. They may pray to get into school and pray to get a scholarship, but they would work their ass off for it. Our women don't work for us. We're supposed to be free.
That's not cool.
Why else can we, black men in my lifetime have been asking women to be a few things: fit, childless, feminine, your natural hair. That's all men have really been asking for. And it's arguable, it's a fair argument to say women have become less fit certainly less feminine, not as agreeable and childless. If you look at and work in America, single men, single women, single educated working men, single educated working women, single working educated childless men, single working educated childless women. You factor in kids, there are not enough women. For the men who are ready to be husbands, ready to pay the cost to be the boss, to take care of the family, to fight the world, compete, do we have enough women that are wife ready?
Well,
most men are saying that these women are sitting over here waiting to manifest, and I'll do it after I find him and he's worthy. Then I'll step into my role.
Right.
Did you have any children before you got married?
No.
Okay. But he had a child.
He had a child. So the reverse.
Yes.
All right. You said you married to a high value. Do you work?
So we work together.
Okay. You work for him?
He has a business. He's always been like an entrepreneur. I went to school to be a teacher. Once I did my part, being a teacher, I got his son into a good school. Right. He was going with me. It was amazing. I got my daughter started school. I stopped and I do a little bit of real estate, but now we're full time. We manufacture jewelry.
Good.
It's a blessing.
So
and we're here in Miami, so it's.
That's what you heard my video. You heard my video. Quit your full-time job to work part-time for your man.
Yep. I'm the meat and potatoes of that business. Like I came in there and I whipped it, turned it upside down, and organized. Good.
You own more than you ever did at that damn school.
Yep.
That's good.
Yep.
That's good.
And see.
But we're a team, we're a team.
That's the kind of partnership. There you go, Miss 38. That's the kind of partnership we're supposed to have. Because the Great Resignation, where we lost 25 million people quit. You know how many of those black women could not? You can't quit if you don't have a support system. Nope. We're not supposed to be trying to run a race on one leg.
Mm-hmm.
And my thing is, until women start having conversations amongst yourselves saying, yeah, woman, you're doing what you're doing, you can do it fine. But wouldn't it be so much better to have somebody that you could have his back and he got yours, to where you could start, even if you just save rent on one place and invested that into a mutual fund or fidelity account, it gains 10%. But we're so busy trying to, if you can't trust us, you can't be with us. And that's what the purpose of these conversations is to understand the fears that a lot of women have. But it's my position, a lot of men's position, the fears you have don't really represent us as men. They represent some propaganda you guys have been fed, cheating, abuse, and all this other kind of stuff. Now, I've said this before and I got in some heat with it, that I didn't see the color purple growing up. I didn't. I saw a different neighborhood. I saw you could actually go ask your neighbor for some sugar or some something. And it's much better to have people, a man, whether you choose to have children or not, to be with. So, all right, I appreciate y'all ladies being on. Anything else before I cycle some more people in?
Nope. It was good talking.
It was
Thank
good
you.
talking
Y'all go
to
ahead
you.
and bounce out.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank
Have
you.
a good night.
Okay. And to the people who like to upload my videos, don't upload my videos. I'm going to upload these when I choose to. Appreciate all the women. They were good sports. So now I want to bring in a couple more women, and after I talk to a couple more women, I'm going to bring in maybe one guy. You keep requesting to join. Hello.
Hi.
Have you been on here before?
No.
Well, yeah, thank you. Wow. Welcome to OnlyFans.
Oh goodness.
Oh my God. All right, how you doing?
I'm good.
My goodness.
Yes.
I'll be deleting that.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm good. And we were talking about Ciara's prayer.
Mhm. Are you single or are you married?
I'm married, but I'm separated.
Okay. Any children?
Yes. 2
All
boys.
right. So does Ciara's prayer resonate with you?
No, because I feel faith without works is dead.
Okay.
So I feel, I'm also religious. So, and if you read the Bible, it tells you a man should go and cling to his wife.
Mm-hmm.
So, and
You know any women who that resonated with?
women that I resonate with.
No, like when Ciara's prayer came out, it was a big conversation amongst a lot of women. Did any of your friends resonate with it? Were they like, yeah, girl, Ciara?
Not that I know of.
So you guys are separated. Are you separated towards divorce or separated towards getting back together?
I would say towards divorce, but I'm not sure completely. We've been separated for a year now.
Are you guys in the same geography?
No, he lives 5 hours away from me.
Have you guys gone through any kind of counseling, divorce care, anything like that?
No, we kind of did a little separate counseling. Him on his own, me on my own.
Okay.
Yeah, we're both religious, so
I know that's why I asked divorce care, because it's Christian based.
Mm-hmm.
How long were you guys married?
4 years.
Any children? You got children, you said?
Yes, 2 kids.
And you're how old again?
28.
Does he want to be divorced?
No.
Is it unsalvageable?
No, it's just what happened, what caused us to separate was a big situation and he was my partner, and it was something that, partner or marriage, you would feel betrayed, and it was just a big situation.
It's a breach of trust.
Yes. But it wasn't cheating or anything.
Okay. Is it over?
The situation is over, yes.
Well, dear, welcome to the story.
For me, I feel I live for my children, and I feel that him and me being partners, like we could continue being married, but because my kids are not happy, I feel like I can't go on.
You're Christian, right?
Yeah, but I don't use the word Christian just because everybody has their different definition of what a Christian's supposed to be.
I'm just asking, that you believe in Jesus Christ?
Yes. And I read the Bible and believe what it says.
I got to challenge something, because I'm not asking about church, but I'm just saying, you said leave and cleave. You're not supposed to live with your children. Your children come after your marriage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he believes that he should come before the children.
Well, that's what our faith tradition teaches us.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a new way of Christianity right here.
Yeah, but as a mom and being the nurturer and the friend,
No, this is you above God.
Mm-hmm. I just feel my kids' safety.
They're not your kids, ma'am. They're his kids too.
Yes. But in a situation,
you brought religion into this, man.
Yeah,
Look,
I could.
Let me listen to what I'm saying. You're not right.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you carry the children doesn't give you the high joker. What he did was to you. He didn't do it to the kids.
It was towards the kids. That's why I said the kids.
Is he in jail behind it?
No, but there is stuff that is pending and still
All right.
situation
All right, I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave that one alone. That's why I asked you if it was over.
on my end. The situation between our trust and the situation that happened is over on my end.
Okay. All right, I'll tread a little bit lightly because the kids don't want to be around their father.
The kids are young, so they don't completely understand.
So, ma'am, then what are you talking about? What he did to the kids?
So basically,
It's a violation.
I can, if you want me to just say what happened. So my son was hurt. I was not there. The only people that were there was my son, and he was two.
Like an accident?
He was injured, and there was blood. Okay, the only people that were there were him and my 2-year-old son. So it's his word or my 2-year-old son.
Blood from?
I don't know exactly his head. I don't know exactly what happened. Yeah.
His head?
Yes, his head.
Man, listen to something. Okay, you keep saying my son.
Yes, I keep saying my son just because they live with me, and I just been without him for
no. It's not your son. It's his son too. This is why I say so many women feel ownership.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, are you saying that you believe your husband is a danger to your children?
No, I'm just saying I don't know what happened, and he didn't tell me the truth when it did happen. So it's his say over my 2-year-old, and I just want my son.
The 2-year-old.
Yes.
The 2-year-old is
he
the
can't
2-year-old.
speak
Is
for
he
him.
okay?
Yes, he's okay.
Then get over it. Ma'am, this is your husband. These are his kids. And if he has a good attorney, I say he should fight to take the kids from you. Because you sound crazy. These aren't your kids. They're his kids.
No, they're our kids. Yeah, I understand.
They're his kids.
Mm-hmm.
The kids used to be ours before 1945. This whole family court system allows y'all to go in here and do this shit. The 2-year-old over your husband, the kid's okay. He doesn't have any damages. He's not in jail. You just are hard-hearted and can't forgive. Mm-hmm. Christian. What kind of shit is that? It's this man's kids.
Mm-hmm.
What makes you so self-righteous?
It's not that I'm self-righteous. It's just, I don't know what to do. It's not like I've been in a situation.
Get over it, man. This is what you do. This is what you do. You recognize you married this man. You came in here talking about leaving and cleaving. You did that. You are supposed to bond to your husband because your kids, hundreds of years ago, could have been dead at 2. That's why we have 8 and 10 kids, because infant mortality, because men has done so much to civilize the world in general. You guys bond to your kids. Like, once you have kids, fuck your husband. And that's the way you're coming across. Like, these are my kids and they come first. That's some bullshit.
Just because
those are his children, just like they're yours, man. And if he had the money and an attorney, he should take the kids from you and let you go out there and try to fight him, because you're not supposed to be there to take this man's kids just because you can't forgive. Again, the kid is okay. There's no police report. You don't know what to believe, the husband or the 2-year-old. The 2-year-old is not in any grave danger. Shit happens. Broken bones happen. Things happen.
I agree, but one point I do want to make is that, as a mother who raised the kids, you just want to keep them safe. It's not you are
unsafe at this point. You are about to wreck your home. Children of divorce have what chance? Do they have a better chance? Do you not watch my show and see how many women wish they could be married? You are the danger at this point.
But with our
there is no but.
The way
you are the man. Is your child in imminent danger?
Not at the moment, no.
Then shut the French toast up. You're wanting to be right because I'm mama. You keep playing the mama joker. I'm the mama. That does not give you ultimate authority.
I
You
understand,
don't have
but
any more power over him, man. As the mother, you keep trying to play a biological hierarchy.
no, I completely understand what you're saying, but I'm saying as a marriage and a partnership, and as on his
You're not a
side,
partner.
why
You're not
he
a
couldn't
partner.
why he couldn't think of me as a partner or as his wife in the moment of when it
Get over it. Child, this is why you don't, this is, look at modern women. This is about you and your ego. I want you to listen to the other mothers and women in the comment section. You sound crazy. This is about you. This ain't about your kids' safety. Listen.
No, I
Listen.
understand. I'm listening.
This is not about your children's safety. Something happened and you don't like the way he handled it. It's over. He can't go back and change it.
I
And
don't.
even,
There's more
oh,
to.
Jesus Christ. Brother, I hope you fight for your children.
Mm-hmm.
You fight for your children. Go for full custody and allow her to pay you child support and visitation. You are in danger, man, because your children are not in danger. Just a 2-year-old. And this is either hard-heartedness or whatever. The man made a mistake. You want to wreck your whole family about it?
No,
Who's the danger?
I just wanted to give us time apart to realize.
Who has the kids?
I do, but he
That's
still
bullshit.
sees the kids.
Think about this. I want you people to understand this. This woman, no,
He
no,
still sees his kids.
no.
Like we
You're
still
wrong.
stick
You
together.
are wrong. You are wrong, man. Wrong.
It's not that he can't be.
It does not matter what you don't have. You don't get to do this. The problem is that they do get to do this. This is the problem. The family court system is set up to where women can do this kind of shit.
What do you mean? Do what?
Meaning you should, if you want to separate, you should have carried your ass off to Motel 6. You leave the kids with their father.
If the kids want to go with me,
You don't put the kids in the middle of this stuff. You're the one that wanted to leave.
no, the court did that.
All right, man. That's why I asked you.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're bringing the court. The court said you had to move out.
So yes, after the situation happened, they're not allowed to be around him. It has to be investigated. Nobody was there but him and the child. So of course he can't be around the children. We had the
because his head because he came back with an injury to his head.
yes, a 2-year-old with injury to the head is very
right. Is it long? And the court just basically said, all right, sir, until then, we're going to make sure. So you didn't press any kind of charges. This is all the court system.
yes, and I have papers.
I don't buy, but I'm gonna take your word, man, because I'm gonna tell you right now, it's hard to believe what the truth is coming out right now. I don't know if you're telling truth or lie. But the bottom line is this. I do know that, so they were in his custody. Did they have to go to the hospital?
Yes, I took them to the
Did
doctor.
you?
He didn't get
said,
sick.
what happened? And is it both kids?
No, just one. But the second one,
both kids had to leave.
the court said that he wasn't allowed to be around either of them. I completely understand the situation.
All right, man. All right, man. But bottom line is, I know courts can say one thing, but also you as a mother, you have not been talking like you want to get the courts out of y'all's business. I'm sorry. I know what I've heard. I know what family court system, and I also know what child protective services. Accidents happen. Kids break their nose, break their arm, break their leg, get bloody. That's what kids do.
I understand.
Courts don't just step in and overrule what mothers and fathers. If y'all said, get out of our business, we're gonna handle it, they would. He ain't in jail behind it, is he?
So
Is he in jail behind it?
no, not right now.
All right, I'm done. I'm
He
done.
was
I mean,
out.
man, I don't know what else to, bottom line is this. I don't know what to believe with you anymore. But this is my kid. I don't want to hear anymore. Honestly, man, I don't want to hear anymore. Because I get tired of hearing half-ass truths, piecemeal stories from women. At the end of the day, can you close the court case?
No, I cannot, because I had no say in it.
So like the court, so it's the courts wrote an order saying you got to move out of the house.
Yes, they said I was not allowed to be around him, and if I was
You,
around him,
when
me
kids
or
are
the,
around you.
me
So
or
does
the,
hold on. Does he have to have supervised visitation with the children?
no. Well,
Then you're
yeah,
full of shit.
well, that part's complicated because they said he had.
There's no complicated, ma'am. If he was a danger to the children, he'd have to have supervised visitation. You're full of shit. Get off my fucking phone. You're full of shit. You folks noticed if that man was a danger to his children and they made her move out, he would have to have supervised visitation of some sort. Y'all all this believe all women shit. You think courts can just come in and say, I'm sorry, ma'am, you need to get out and move 5 hours away from your family and take the kids, but then he can still visit them. And men have to deal with this shit all the time. Let me tell half of the story. Bottom line, for those who think I may be off, she said the court made her move 5 hours away. She said the court's involved. Man ain't went to jail. There are no charges. It's being investigated. He gets the visitation. Does he have supervised visitation? If he was being investigated by the courts, he would have to have supervised visitation. See, women like that are used to being able to tell these bullshit ass sob stories to people who just believe them. And I want you to go back and look at that video. Me, I, as the mother. Who thinks that woman is really trying to vindicate and say, well, you know what? We got this handled. Come on, honey, let's get this out of the court system. Hell fucking, no. It was off and y'all know it was off. That's why I said, man, get your kids from her. Get your kids from her. That's when you as a man should start taking up a GoFundMe. Hi, my name is Aloysius Bocephus Cuthbert. My wife is on some bullshit. I need $25,000 and a good attorney to help me get full custody of my children and child support from her because she's using the family court system, the police, and everybody else to wreck my home. This is the bullshit. And let men pay yet. They get out there, they can get Gorilla Glue in their hair and ask for GoFundMes. We better start asking for damn money. The live is delayed. I'm gonna have to pull this down and come back because there was somebody who came in here with a little bit. Yeah, the kids are currency to her. They're demonizing us. I want you to think about this. This woman came on here and tried to run this bullshit that her husband, without telling what happened, 5 hours away, but he doesn't have supervised visitation. My wife, it's lagging because there could be several things going on. So somebody come in here with their stuff kind of hanging out. So I'm gonna have to figure out what to do with this man. But anyway, this was a good show. I'm going to archive this because I don't want to, have those people stuff out. All right. This has been a good show overall. The lady had the twins out. I know, man. Woo, you guys would be wild to see some of the shit that's in my DMs. Some of the shit that's in my DMs. No, I'm not screaming because some of the stuff that's in my DMs is unreal. Woo! All right, y'all get up out of here. Let's see. Do we have any badges on? Oh, what happened? Let's see what's going on. All right, man, if y'all like these kind of shows, do me a favor, hit the badges. Only Kevin, I know, man. Jesus H. Christ. Wow. I'm going to be honest, man. There's a certain amount of humor that goes into this to keep it entertaining and engaging. I'm looking forward to the day when I and other men are happily proven wrong. And women are not just manifesting, they are really doing the work. And we get to a point where we're having, for the people who want relationships and marriages that approximate what they're supposed to be, not this madness. what they're supposed to be. This is why men are saying, don't risk marriage. What the hell, man? This is too much. I'll gladly be wrong. I'll gladly be wrong if it means having a better outcome for my dudes. I will gladly be wrong if it means having a better outcome for men. Bring on the men, please, man. There's too much shit going on with this right now. And I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm a little gun-shy at this point since we've had this has been a bit much. Tomorrow night, check me out on YouTube. My birthday comes up next week. Appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you to the ladies that came on and had the conversation. That was a good conversation. Yeah, peace out.